Hi guys, I'm here to walk you through your first AutoCAD assignment. So to open AutoCAD, you come down here and it's under Autodesk. And again, I clicked this button down here, your start menu, and I scroll down to Autodesk and then I choose AutoCAD. I already have it open because it does take a minute to load, so you will need to be patient with it. Then this screen should come up. If it doesn't, then this screen should come up. Something that looks like this where you're already in a drawing. Anytime you're in Canvas, or in AutoCAD, you're going to be in a drawing. So first things first, let's introduce you to AutoCAD. So this up here is called your ribbon. This is all the commands. AutoCAD is a program in which you tell it to do something and it will do it, and that is called a command. So this is your ribbon. In your ribbon, you do have different sections. So you have draw, you have modify, and all these tools in modify, not to mention these tools. You have annotation like text and dimensions. You can come over here to utilities and measure if you're not sure of a line. All sorts of different things in here. You can also, anything with a little triangle underneath it means that there's an extra menu that you can choose from. So instead of just making a center or a circle, there's all these different types of circles to choose from. Another thing within your ribbon is that there's different tabs above your ribbon. So these are tabs. So you can have lots of different things to do in AutoCAD. For the most part, you're going to be in your Home tab. Then this is what's called your model space, and that's just where you're going to be drawing. And you want to make sure you have your grid on. Grid is pretty helpful. When you're moving around in AutoCAD, so I just zoomed in and zoomed out, that is through the center button, the round button on your mouse. So coming towards you, rolling down, is going to zoom out, and going away from you, like forward, is going to go in, zoom in. If you want to move in the drawing, so say you get stuck in a corner, you can press and hold that middle button and drag your drawing around that way. Okay, so that is down here, or that's just what's going on here. Now, the best thing about AutoCAD is that it can be very precise. And the way it does that, or the number one way to do that, is through object snapping, or OSNAP. So your object snapping, you have lots of different options. You've got endpoint, you've got midpoint, so you want to turn that on. Center, geometric center, intersection, extension, insertion. And if you are not sure what any of those words mean, you're just lucky. I have a reference here on Canvas, and you'll need to read if you're not sure. Like, what does a quadrant mean? Snaps to a 12 position, 3 position, 6 position, or 9 o'clock location on a circle or ellipse. Place the cursor on the circle near the desired quadrant location, and the cursor will snap to the closest quadrant. So that's just what's going on there. You guys can take a minute and go ahead and pause the video and kind of play with some of the functions in AutoCAD. Okay, so if you noticed, if you started something, you just click it, and then down here, this is called your command line, and you can always tell what you're doing, and there's so many different ways to do things in AutoCAD by what's in the command line. So if I'm like, oh, circle, it tells me all sorts of things, and I can do a 2-point, I can do a tangent radius, I can do all sorts of different things. Line, arcs, all sorts of things. So this is telling you start in direction for an arc. So it tells you what to do first. And it also tells you what to do on the screen. I'm putting into the screen like that's whatever. But you can see it has a gray box. It tells me specify the start point of an arc. So I click, specify the end point of an arc. So I click again. And now it's telling you to drag and hold it to whatever size you want it to be. So that's like one thing you can do. One thing I did want to tell you, if you're not sure what something does, if you just hover over it, so I didn't move my mouse, I didn't click it at all, it tells you what it does, and then it gives you a little bit more description, and you can always press F1, the button F1 for help. Your first assignment is to create something that looks like this. So it looks complicated, but we'll get through it. The first thing you're going to do is make a rectangle. So this is a rectangle, and I'm not giving you any specific size. I'm just telling you I want a rectangle. So draw a nice big rectangle. Then make sure your midpoint is on, and you're also going to need tangent on. That's another object snapping you want on. So again, I just came down here, I clicked the triangle, and I got this menu to come up, and I clicked what I wanted to turn on. I want a line at the midpoint from here all the way to the other midpoint. When you're done with a command, like I don't want to draw any more lines right now, you press the key Enter, and it ends the command. Now I would like a circle at the midpoint of that line. So you're just going to draw a circle at the midpoint of that line. I would like a line from that point on the circle to there, and then another line from this point to here. Notice I did that very fast. If you press Enter, it does the exact same command you just finished. So it's just like repeat that. So that's why I was able to go so fast there. So let's go back here. Oh, I've got my line in the middle, I've got my rectangle, I've got my triangle line, I've got my circle in the middle. How do I get this circle? That's pretty crazy, Miss Seaton. What you're going to do is you're going to come down here to circle and click tan, tan, tan. And this is why it's important that you have your tangent on. Tangent means just touching one singular point along that object. So I want a line, or I want a circle to touch here. I want the circle to touch this line, and I want the circle to touch that line. Boom! AutoCAD does it for you. And that's all you have to do for the assignment. You want to turn this in. So to turn in an assignment on Canvas, you go to Output. That was the tab along the top, so this is Home. I come over to Output. Then I go Plot. Then a window is going to pop up. Popping slowly. Okay. You're going to choose a plotter of a PDF. It can be any of these PDFs. It doesn't matter. We're going to go with web because that's what we're doing. And then you want to choose down here, window. So you tell the computer what you actually want put on the assignment. So I want just this section. Then I'm going to press OK. The next window that's going to pop up is asking you where you want to turn this in. So I'm going to come down to my technology folder, and I'm going to come to AutoCAD, and I'm going to go and name it correctly. So my naming is my last name, and then this is just going to be drawing one. That's fine. Drawing one, and it's a PDF, and that's what I want. So then I go save. Sending. It will pop up with a new window, and it just shows you what it saved. That is correct. So that's what I want. You can exit out of that. Then you come back here to Canvas, and then you're going to go to the assignment drawing one, and you're going to submit that PDF into Canvas just like we submitted pictures. Just go into your technology folder and pick that one that you did. Good luck, guys.